Hi everyone. Okay, so my codfish is on. The Instant Pot is on the go. If it was boiling beside you, that's okay too. But it's time for us to get going. You can see the steam because my water is boiling. It's time for us to get going with, look, handmade New York style cheesecake pierogies. So excited. These are from Pierogi Me, and these are compliments of Pierogi Me. So thank you so much, Pierogi Me, for providing these. Kasia is a delicious local pierogi maker. I guess that's what we would call her. She makes all kinds of amazing handmade pierogies. Now we're used to the typical ones of the cheese and the potato. She does like portobello mushroom and goat's cheese. And so we were talking about cheesecakes at the holiday time, and she was like, Jen, you really need to try my New York style cheesecake pierogies. And I was like, yes. So this is a real fun kitchen hack. You know, you don't have to do everything from scratch. Sometimes you can use, I'm just going to turn that light off. Hang on a minute. Really being me in my kitchen, and I hope that's the fun of it. Sometimes utilize, or lots of times utilize those local entrepreneurs that are in your community that already have the gift. Like Kasia's been making pierogies for the last 15, 20 years. She's amazing. So I'm going to show you how you can serve up these New York style cheesecake pierogies to your company, or even just for your family. They're gonna love it. Remember last week when we made the cheesecakes? That was an amazing way to have an individual. Well, this just takes it to a whole nother level. So I'm just gonna open these up. It's a fresh batch. I just took them out of my freezer. And they just look like regular pierogies. And I'm gonna see what it says so I can share with you. Put the pierogies into boiling water. Cook for 3 minutes, okay? Just 3 minutes. So I'm gonna pop these in. Looks like there's about 12 in here. There are 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. There are 12 in there. Okay, so handmade New York style cheesecakes. I've had her portobello mushroom ones. They're absolutely fantastic. Actually, while that is cooking for 3 minutes, let's jar up. I'm just going to switch gears because this is what I like to do in the kitchen. Let's jar up some of our, we can do this in 3 minutes. Some of our granola. Just going to bring our granola tray over because it's almost cooled. I'm not going to set the lids on, but I love these. This is a 2-cup wide mouth jar. Again, like last week, I was using a 1/2 cup. I really like using the wide mouth jars just because it's easy to get in and out. You can see my entire serving spoon can go in there. And all you're going to do is with that nice granola that you made, got half an eye on my boiling pierogies. Just going to give them a little stir so they don't stick. Perfect. And yeah, we're just going to fill this up to the top. I've got some really nice wide mouth jars or lids to go with them. And what you can actually do if you think about it early enough in the season is just order some labels. There's lots of different label companies that you can work with to order some labels, and why not personalize them to you and the gift that you're giving to your friends and your neighbors. Say, I wanted to make a little something special for you this holiday time. You don't have to just go with a plain lid, and you don't have to put fabric around it, or like, what about a little bit of fabric and some rope or twine? There's so many really, fun and affordable and homemade. Homemade is really important this year as we are, sticking local and doing things ourselves. It's, I'll just tell you, my neighbors love this granola. I know that you're going to love this granola. So here are my jars. Here's just 3 jars. So already that's 6 cups of granola. And I probably have another 2 jars left here on my baking sheet. So I'm going to move these aside because we're just going to have about 1 more minute left in our boiling pierogies. I'm going to pop these over here. Love having this in the house. Just with a nice bowl. Sometimes what I do is a nice bowl of some Greek yogurt. vanilla, plain, I don't care, whatever you like, just some yogurt, and then get a little bit of frozen fruit that maybe you've frozen yourself or you can purchase at the grocery store, and let it defrost on your yogurt, just a couple of pieces of fruit, and then just put a little bit of your granola on top. I like mine really crunchy because it doesn't hurt my teeth, because I have selected what I want in my granola. Sometimes the store-bought stuff, it's just too hard, and the clusters of the oatmeal are just too much. So this works really well. Okay, our 3 minutes are up. Hang on. Let's get rid of this baking tray. Just gonna make a switch. What I have here now in my fry pan is probably about 1/8 of a slice of butter. 1/8 of a cup. It might be 1/4 of a cup. I know it seems like a lot, and cooking with so much butter might not be good for us, or good for me. I'll take that hit, but I'm going to use it, because what we want to do now is we're just going to quickly fry up those absolutely beautiful New York style cheesecake pierogies. We're going to fry them up so it's got that nice crisp on it, and the crisp is going to emulate that beautiful bottom crust of our cheesecake that we all love so much. But what I'm going to do as well, so I'm just watching all of that, is I'm going to grab a plate, and I've got a little bit, oh, you can hear my butter, got a little bit of Oreo crumbs. Okay, I don't want that to cook too much, so I'm just going to put them on my plate there because it looks nice. That's my butter sizzling. Awesome. I'm going to pop that aside. I'm going to show you in a minute, but I just want to get my butter melted. I'm going to go back to that slotted serving spoon that I had for my granola. I'm okay with using it again because, one, it didn't touch anybody's lips, and two, it was just the granola. So unless you have someone who is needing to watch any nut crossover contamination, otherwise I'm going to use the same spoon. So I have a little bit of my butter here. I have my heat from my butter about medium heat, and then what I'm going to do is very carefully, I'm going to turn my camera, come with me, you're coming over to my stove. So over here, I'm just going to spoon these pierogies out very carefully. And at the same time, I'm hearing my Instant Pot. So my Instant Pot, I really am cooking all this at once for you. My Instant Pot is going under pressure. Now you're probably thinking, what? That was a few minutes ago. And you're right. But the more full your Instant Pot is, the longer it takes to pressurize. So you have to not worry about how long it takes. Okay, so I've got all my nice, beautiful cheesecake pierogies there in some butter. Just gonna pop them right back on the element. So, oh, and they're just simmering away like nobody's business. Delicious. And so I'll just stay here close by it. I don't want it to spatter on me. Yeah, it takes a little bit of time. So that was a pretty full pot, the Instant Pot. So we need to just be mindful that that was probably about 12 minutes that it took. Probably the same time it'll cook. It took to come to the pressurization because of how full it was. So I'm going to keep an eye on this. Let's see where we're at. Oh, this is good, but you got this bright light. Just going to let those simmer. That spoon is just too big to flip them over. I don't want to treat these pierogies with a big dish. I want to treat them individual so that they don't break on me. Oh my gosh, it's starting already. Okay, I'm going to bring you over to my pan. Ready? I know, we're hanging out together. It's so fun. Okay, I'm just going to show you what I'm going to do here. You can see already how quickly they're crisping up. We want that. We want that nice crispy coating. Oh yeah, so already they're starting to crisp. That's not taking long. So here's what we're gonna do now. Are you ready? This is how you serve it. I'm going into my freezer. Got lots going on in my freezer here, but look what I picked up. When I said ice cream, whatever ice cream you want, you grab from the grocery store. If you like chocolate, think about what's gonna go with your cheesecakes. And here's how you're going to share it with the people that are on your, around the table. So I'm keeping an eye on my pierogies in my fry pan. I'm opening up this. So this is the new PC ice cream. It's the peppermint hot chocolate. And what we're gonna do is we're gonna take a nice big scoop of that with all its beautiful colors. We're gonna put it right in the middle of our dish. This is gonna act almost like a sauce as it starts to melt for our pierogies. Gonna pop that together. Looks amazing. Oh my gosh, it's coming together. Pierogi, New York style cheesecake. Oh yeah. So I'm just gonna give these another flip. Okay, this is live, so this is real time. That was about 3 minutes, and you're gonna see using the butter. It's not on a super, so I don't have the burner on super high heat. I have it like medium low, so it's cooking them. Look, I'm gonna show you perfectly, nice and browned. Just gonna finish them up with one more flip. The ice cream is starting to melt. So as you serve these hot onto that plate with the absolutely gorgeous ice cream, that's making me salivate already. I don't know about you, but, and then that ice cream is gonna melt and create like a little bit of sauce that we don't, if you wanna put some cherries or you wanna put some chocolate, but this is really about being authentic to the taste of the cheesecake. I can hear my Instant Pot making noise. That's awesome. And I'm going to turn this off right now. I'm going to pivot this again. Thank you for being so patient with me as I move you around my kitchen. But I think that's kind of the fun of it. Like, I'm really in my kitchen. And I've got these here. And this is how we actually cook. Yes, I have dishes in the sink. And yes, I've got a couple things on the go, and yes, my cat's at my feet asking me, like, when is my dinner? But I actually really like to just go at it all at once, cook many things at once, and then clean up all at once. Yeah, I think that, you know, when I was young, I was the fourth in our family, and so often I wasn't in the kitchen, so I really like being in the kitchen now. For me, it's just really enjoyable. So let's plate these. So we've got our nice chocolate graham crumbs. Oh, look at, oh my gosh. Look at how great they've turned out. Beautiful, nice, crisp. We're just gonna put these on our plate. Just gonna put them around all facing the same way. As the heat from our pierogies hits that ice cream, it's all just gonna start to melt. It's starting already. Looks fantastic. You do want to have them all the same way. You don't have to, but it's a nice way for them to look all the same. Kassia's gonna love this. I'll make sure that I take a picture and I show her. Do you want to be in my picture with me? We could take a selfie. That would be super fun. Got a little bit more room on the plate. I have 2 more pierogies. I'm just going to leave them aside. And look, we're actually done. That's how easy it is. Now, I've used a colorful plate. You could just use a white plate. You could use a square platter. It's just about getting those cheesecake pierogies all done up together. Now, for fun, let's try one. They're going to be sizzling hot, 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 hot. But let's try one. No, we're not going to try one yet. We should probably take a picture. No, let's try one. Okay, so I'm going to open up the cheesecake so I can show you. Oh, yeah. I can smell that New York style cheesecake smell. It smells amazing. Yes, hello. And then I'm going to put a little bit of my ice cream with it. Already melting on the bottom. Already some of the chocolate from the bottom. Ooey gooey good. Wait a second. Oh. You're going to love this. If you don't have a lot of time, this is totally the way to go. If you ever wondered what in the world you would do with a sweet pierogi, now you know. Serve it up to your guests. Serve it up to your family. It's going to be a different year, so don't spend so much time like baking. Why not try this as a really delicious, quick and easy dessert that everybody's going to love. You take a scoop of the ice cream, you take a couple pierogies, and you just indulge. And you know you can zhuzh this up as much as you want to with fruit, with sauces, have them, you know, on the side so people can top them. Everybody gets 2 or 3 pierogies. Perfecto. Okay, so we've done our granola. We already have it jarred. Dessert is done. And our fish dinner, it's almost done. Why don't we just pause for a minute and see where things are at over with our fish? One sec.